Hey everybody, and welcome to Puzzling Bridge. So I just wanted to start walking through, playing some hands, and let you watch me as I talk through it. Let's go. So this is the first hand, and we're just going to be the declarer. So here we are on South, and the dummy hand is already laid out on North. The West has already even started and laid out their first card. And here on the left, you can see what the contract is. It's 3 no trump. And if you actually click on it, we can even show you the bidding that took place. Again, we're not going to deal with the bidding. We're just going to deal with the actual gameplay. So North, my partner started with 1 club. East then bid 2 diamonds. I bid 3 no trump, won the contract. So now here it is. You can even see it was smart of my partner, North, to open the bidding, because they have 5 clubs, they have an opening hand, and if you watch my course, I get into all of the details of that and how that happened. I also have a decent amount of points in my hand, and that's how we came to that. So we got to game quickly, knowing that we had a lot of good cards across all of the suits. And in fact, we have all the aces. I have an ace of spades, an ace of hearts. My dummy has the ace of clubs, and I have the ace of diamonds. And the contract is 3 no trump, which means 9 tricks that we need to win, which is 6 plus 3. And so the first thing we always do on a no trump contract is we count our winners. If we were playing in a trump contract, we would count our losers. But let's count our winners, our guaranteed winners. So I know that I'm going to win with this ace of spades, and I'm going to win with this king of spades. That's 2. I know we're going to win with this ace of hearts. That's 3. I know we're going to win with the ace, king, and queen. That's another 3. That's 6. And I know we'll win here with the ace of diamonds and the king of diamonds. That's another 2. That's 8. So we have 8 guaranteed winners. We're going to need to get a 9th. So before we start, we should always sort of look and plan to say, how can we get that 9th? And come up with a plan for how we're going to play so that we can guarantee that we get our 9 tricks. Well, I don't think we're going to have much help with our ace and king. We're going to get 2 tricks out of it, and that's pretty much all we're going to be able to get out of it, because we don't really have any other great high cards. We have a great ace of hearts, but that's all we're going to get here in the hearts, because we'll never really get to play that jack if we wind up having to lose one because of the king that we don't have and the queen that we don't have. But let's come over here to the clubs. We're going to win with the ace, and we're going to win with the king, and we're going to win with the queen. And we don't have the jack, but if we could get the jack to fall out somewhere between playing the ace and the king and the queen, we might be able to make this 10 also work as a winner. And think about this. We have 5 clubs up here and 3 clubs down here. That's 8. There's only 13 clubs in the deck. If we played this ace and we played this king and we played this queen, assuming that East and West is holding those 5 clubs and it's done 3-2 or 2-3, someone on the east or west has 2 or 3, the ace, king, and queen should remove all of their clubs, and thus making these 10s, 4s, and 3s winners. The only thing is, it could also be 4-1 instead of 3-2, and then that we would have a difficulty, because that means somebody's holding onto the jack if it doesn't get played when we play these high guaranteed wins. Also, over here, the ace and the king, it's possible we can get an extra trick out of it, but unlikely, because after the king we have to take a loss because we don't have a queen and a jack to get to that 10. So that extra trick is going to come from the clubs. And again, if this is a little confusing to you, I go over this in step-by-step, broken down detail, much stronger, believe it or not, in my course. They'll put the link in the description and in the comments. Let's get started. The first thing we need to do is eventually win control of the contract. They started with a 4 of hearts, and so it's our turn. It doesn't matter what we bid. If we have to, we're going to try to win it with the ace, if they bid higher. But let's go ahead and play one of our cards. Let's play, for example, our 6 or 7 and see what happens. As I expected, they played that king, but it doesn't matter. We're going to win it with our ace, and it gets our first trick. Now, as you know, there's still a queen out there, so this jack is not a winner, as I said before. And the first thing I really want to do, I want to go right to our clubs. I want to know that I can get that extra trick with our clubs. So I'm going to start by moving to the clubs. And as I talk about in my course, you want to start with the high card on the short side. And this has 5 clubs, and this is 3 clubs. So the 3 clubs is the short side. The king is the high card of the short side. So let's go ahead and try to fish out those 5 clubs from our opponents. I'll start with this. It's a guaranteed winner. That's one of the 5 clubs that's hidden. I'll play this low now. That's 2 of the 5 clubs. So there's 3 more clubs between east and west. And then after that, we have extra winners. So now that we won on the bottom, we will now start with the low card on the bottom and go up to the high cards on the top. So we'll play low. Great. That's the 3rd of the 5 cards we have to fish out. There's the 4th of the 5 cards we have to fish out. What's funny is the only remaining card, of course, is going to be that jack. So when I play this queen, he didn't have it, but we know now on the other side, there comes the jack. And so now we know we're going to get those 2 extra tricks because there's no more clubs. So let's just go ahead and take 2 extra tricks, and we'll just have to, we don't have any more clubs in the south, but it's okay. We're just essentially throwing away what we know is the non-guaranteed winners. And we have 1 more that we can throw away. And we have done that. So now we can move ahead to the other guaranteed winners. I told you we have 2 in the spades, an ace and a king, and 2 in the diamonds, an ace and a king. It says here we currently have 6 wins. We have 4 more guaranteed wins coming. That's going to give us 10 wins easily over the 9 that we needed. So I'm just going to go ahead and take those right now. Again, I took the high card from the short side. There was 3 down here and 2 there. 2 is the short side, 3 is the longer side. I took the high card, the king, and won that there. And then I go back low, back to high, as I go through really clearly in my course. And I take that. So let's come down here. We can't actually take the high card from the low side here because we won with the south. But it's okay. So we'll win down here. He's even out of diamonds. And then we will take the lowest card here and win up there. And that now gives us 10 tricks. We're going to wind up losing to that queen, and then they're going to take control, and they're going to then run the remaining tricks. Up an extra trick. So we wound up getting an extra trick even on that 11 tricks. So there you go, folks. We got 11 tricks. We needed 9. Let's try it one more time. So West plays. The dummy drops his hand. We're always the declarer. It's going to be 4 hearts. And let's take a look at how we came to that. East bid first with 2 diamonds. And as I explained in my course, starting with 2 diamonds is a weak bid. I will then rebid with the south, which is my heart major, and I have a great heart major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 hearts, which is great. And then my opponent on the west side also played 4. He also has a lot of diamonds, but it doesn't matter. My north partner basically doubled, meaning he has a spread of cards and at least 11 points, meaning that's enough for me to know that I have game. So I bid 4 hearts, which is game. If you don't know what any of that means, in my course and my other videos, I go completely through that. This is just playing some games. So let's do it. We have to win 4 with hearts being a trump suit. And what do we have? We have to win 10. So let's take a look at what we have. We've got a lot of hearts. 7. We have 9 hearts, including most of the high honor cards. We've got an ace king of spades. We're not great on the diamonds, but we only have 1 of each, and a singleton, as I talk about, is very powerful. And over here we have almost all of the high, we do have all of the high honor clubs. So if I was to count my losers, we actually don't have many losers because of the same situation as last time. Between these 9 hearts. There's only 4 outstanding hearts in the east and west, and if it's 2-2, we certainly will take them with our ace king, and if it's 3-1, we certainly could take it with our ace king queen, and then we have a ton of hearts to win. Over here we have 2 guaranteed winners, so if we're counting our losers, we know that we can make all of these hearts winners. We know we can make 2 spades winners, so I'm going to count these as winners. This is 1 loser, and these are 3 winners. So we only have 1 loser. We only need to make 10 tricks, so we're great. Now the important thing is to come up with a plan, because the 2 tricky things I see here are, if with the ace, king, queen, we'll want to make sure that we play losing clubs so that we can also take advantage of this jack. We're going to lose the king and the 10. That's fine. In fact, we're going to lose it on the very first trick because they'll probably play the ace, and the best we can do is play the king. And then over here, we'll have the ace king. It'll cause us to lose because we have to follow suit these 2. We have to make sure that we're playing the ace king queen on the bottom, and then we get on the top. On the north side, we have the ace king, we have the jack, and we have to make sure we properly suss out all those trump cards in hearts. So let's get going. We know that there's a king, we know there's an ace out there somewhere, and so they've done that, and we take it. But now we're void of diamonds, so if they ever play another diamond, we could trump it. Well, this is the beginning of where we're going to start to lead. We have the ace, king, queen. We know they're all winners, and we're just going to trump it and take one with our low hand. And as I talk about in my course, you don't really want to go and take too many other cards if you feel that there could be a void on the east and west. And because we had a lot of clubs and because we have a lot of spades, I don't want to get into it right now, but one of them could be sitting in on very few spades and clubs. So let's move ahead to what we know, which is we got to get their trump cards out of there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here, which means there's 13 in a deck. It's probably split 2 and 2. Let's get them out now. Now, because there's 2 honor cards up here, I might as well play these low, because I don't want to play ace and then beat my own ace and have to play an honor card, two of my honor cards. I need them because I need to guarantee that I'm going to win. So I'll play low. It doesn't even matter how low, because there's only 4 cards in the deck that need to come out, and I know that my king and queen and ace will always win, and I'll play that. That's 2 of the 4 hearts, the trump cards that need to come out. We need to get out the 2 other trump cards. Hopefully it's still split 1 and 1. So king 1, so we play the north, and I'll play low on the south. There's that jack. We need 1 more heart to come out. Who's got it? Do you have it, west? You do. So now we know there are no more trumps in east and west, and we now know that we have the ability to suck out all of the remaining wins. We're already at 3 wins. Let's go ahead and move to club tricks first. So north won the last one, so here we are. We know we're going to win with the king and queen. There's the king win, and here is a queen win. Great. We also have those ace and king winners up there. So let's come down here and play a low spade. We know we're going to win it with our spade up here. And we have another king, which is another winning one up here. And look here at the bottom now. I have 5 hearts, all trumps, all winners. It doesn't matter what any of these cards are. I know they can't trump them. These are all winners. I can start to play, but it doesn't matter. When I hit trump and I hit that trump card, I've won it. And I've won the next one, and I've won the next one, all the way to the end. In fact, over here you can hit claim. Do you want to claim all the remaining tricks? Yes. Don't even have to play it. I've won 12 of the 13 tricks, and there you go. And in my course, I do one-on-one lessons with you where we go over all of the trick-taking advanced moves that you need to do, and we do a lot of this and a lot of practicing on this. Again, I'll put the link in the description. I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.